Hi, I'm Dean Argent, a university qualified mechanical engineer. I'm a licensed motor dealer and the owner of usedvehiclesales.subaruforesterforsale.com.au. Well, the dog don't think much about it. So he's over there, he reckons these trucks next door are no good. But anyway, let's get back to the video. So what I've got here is this 2008 manual four-wheel drive Subaru Forester in this lovely black colour. But what I like to do before I buy them, get down here like this, see this? See how if you look up the sides, there's one minor dent. I'll show you when I get to it. But generally you can't see signs of it being knocked about. And then I look across the front here and there's the one stone chip right there. Get back here, have a good look. And see, this tells you a lot about the car, just having a gander at it like this. See how it's got no dents? Well, that tells me the previous owners cared enough about this car to leave it up the other end of the car park well away from everyone, so it didn't get any dents on it. And it's the absolute top of the range premium pack with leather and sunroof and sat nav and GPS. I'll show you all that when we get to it. So if you have a look here too, like these tyres, they're brand new. Whoa! The drivers next door are stirring the dogs up. So the tyres are brand new, but even new tyres, if the wheel alignments and stuff aren't good, you start to see signs of wear. But that tyre's wearing evenly across the surfaces, so it tells me all the suspension geometry and steering components and all that are all doing exactly what they should. So it's got the alloy wheels, which look very spunky. We've got the tinted windows, so you can video bomb yourself. Let's have a look what's going on inside. See how the back tint is a bit darker than the front tint? That's because of legal stuff. But if you end up blacking these out, it does look very gangster, especially in the black cars like this. So we do have all the window controls there. Let's have a look inside here. All these seats and everything are in great shape. A few little marks on that one there. Looks like a bit of paint or something. I'm sure it'll scrub off if it bothered you. But hey, when you're sitting in it, you don't even see it, so who cares? It's like it's not there. So let's have a look here. It does have the 155 on the clock. So you need, we'll just start her up and she starts and runs and does everything it's meant to do. It's always got the Subaru, I'll come to that in a sec. But it's always good to see all the lights and stuff go out because that's always a good sign. So back here we've got this top of the range. Like, this thing is awesome. It's got the sat nav, it's got maps, it's got the amount of stuff that's going on in here. Check this one, info it is. Now if you get bored on a long trip, you can just pull out the calculator and practice your Pythagoras theorem because you've got a calculator on the screen right there. Don't ask me what the friggin' hell it's for, but it's there. And if you wanted to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius, well, go your hardest. So there we go, 0 is -17. Bet you've just learnt something. So servicing and stuff. This one here is pretty interesting. So it tells you your acceleration, your fuel consumption as of now, your average fuel consumption. So this is good information. See how that's been sitting right on the 10? That tells me that the previous driver has been achieving 10 litres per 100 kilometres with this car, which means a lot to me. Now I don't care if it uses a lot or a little, but what that tells me is the previous owner has not been flogging the Christ out of this car. They've been taking it and driving it very pleasantly around town. If you look up there, that one there says the 9.8 litres per 100, so the two work together to tell you that. So I don't know if you can hear the radio, but
this country when we come back.
The radio's working just fine. I could sit here playing with this bastard all day. There's a lot of good stuff. Now it tilts out as well, so you put your DVD in it to use it as a screen, put your maps. Let's wait for it to tilt out. Tilt it, Jack, come on. There we go. You got to see how it's at 1, then level 2, tilts a bit more, level 3, tilts a bit more. That's if you want to watch DVDs and stuff while you're driving along. Now I don't know anyone who would, but that's what it's for. So we can put that back to the 0 level. There she is. Very funky. So you can control all that from here. Volume up, volume down. Pretty cool, huh? So there's the controls for the fan and all that. So the aircon's icy cold there, working as it should. Everything's running like it should. We've got a 5-speed manual in the dual range. So that's for if you need to take off quick, or even if you want to use the sand. I go on the sand, you can do that in this car. Now the number one feature is the hole in the roof called a sunroof. So if you are on the beach tearing down, you can hang your head out the top and make those ho 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 noises as you go along. And hopefully everyone looks at you and goes, would you friggin' grow up? And you get there and go, nah, nah. That's my thing. Oh, I love these cars. Subaru, I am a Subaru convert. I think they are one of, if not the most reliable car ever made. So what I want to show you in the back here is, check this, when these seats are up in this position like that, well, there's the look of those. These back seats are in great shape. What you do is you just pull that down, and if you need to, you can just drop that, and look at that. An emergency custom built Shaggin' Wagon by the pull of one button. Look at that. So that's it. That's if you needed to use it for a Shaggin' Wagon. I'm not saying you would, but maybe you would. Have a look here, those tyres, brand spanking new tyres. But not only are they new tyres, it's Yokies. I mean, you could have gone and put some shit brand Ching Chong, Sing Sang, whatever friggin' tyre you want for $150 each or whatever. They are the expensive tyres in the top range ones. But look at all that space in there. If you need to get rid of your mother-in-law after you've knocked her off, that's probably the one you want to use to do it. Or if you're going on a long trip with your mother-in-law, strap her on up the top up there. Yeah, you can do that. That's what they're for. That's the mother-in-law carrying device. So, that seat belt, you can just pop a little thing in there, in that little thing there, thinking that it won't do it, and then it just pops up there into the roof, pops it out of the way. So, but if you want to go on a road trip or something, you sit in the back, pop your big hairy arm on there, go your hardest. So, let's keep moving along. So go around the back here, you can see that there's, just wanted to show you a good look at the back, 091 LIE. There we go. I can't think of anything funny to say about LIE, so I'll just leave it. But it is a symmetrical all-wheel drive Subaru Forester with one R. I spell it wrong all the time. So coming around this side, there is some sort of scuff that's happened there. I reckon when they did that, they probably let a little F-bomb out, because this car's in otherwise such good shape. So there's back seats popped up there, and quick look in the front. It's got all the service history and logbooks and all that stuff there, and that's about that. Now when the cars come into the yard, there's a whole bunch of work that we do on each of them. There's warranties, there's all sorts of stuff, and in the next part of this video I'm going to step you through all the work that we've done on this car to bring it up to the very specific standard I insist on, and everything that comes with it for the price you see it advertised. So when the cars come into the yard, we do 6 levels of inspection. The first one is we do a road test. We drive it around a very specific test track, and we listen for all those noises and stuff that shouldn't be there. Then we do a yard test. And so in the yard test, what we're looking for is that everything works like it should, like the windows go up and down, the fan works, everything in the car is working like it should. And if it's not working, I will have mentioned it in the previous video. Then it goes into mechanical. The mechanic's got quite an extensive checklist of things that he inspects, things like, is the spare tyre there and is it fully inflated and all those sorts of things. All that stuff's done, and that's what's covered off in mechanical. So that's the 3rd level. On the 4th level, we do a roadworthy inspection. We get an independent mechanic who does his roadworthy inspections on the vehicles. He's licensed by Queensland Transport to come out or do them at his facility. Either way, it doesn't matter. But he does the inspections on them. He gets underneath every single car and he checks all the suspension components and all the things that are required for the roadworthy. So we have a properly done roadworthy certificate by an independent person come out as well. And then on the 5th level of check, we do a quality assurance or a QA run. What happens there is someone who hasn't driven the car and hasn't worked on it, he then goes and drives the car after it's been through mechanical, and he's basically doing a double check like what a buyer would do. They'd get in it, and if there's a noise, they're like, "Ooh, what's that noise?" or stuff like that. He comes back, if there's any of those things, then we've identified them through the QA run. And what that does for you is it allows, well, from my point of view, it allows me to know and stand there quite confidently and know that the car is prepared properly. And then on the 6th level of check, what we do is before the car goes out, also after it's finished the QA, the cars then go out the front of the yard, and you would have seen them in the background of the previous part of this video, and they sit out there until they go out. Well, before they go out, we do another level, the 6th level of check, where we just check that the wipers are still working, that the little sprayers haven't blocked up, that none of the bulbs haven't stopped working or any of that sort of stuff. So there's the 6 levels of inspection that we do on each one of the cars. Now, I don't expect you to believe me when I tell you I prepare the cars like that, but as you could tell from the previous video, we are on dirt. I do not have concrete, I don't have flags, I don't have salesmen ready to pounce on you when you come down. In fact, this is me pouncing on you now. So if you're still, hello, you there? Hello, come back so I can pounce on you some more. So if you're still there, the reason I'm telling you this is because I don't have all that expensive shit. We don't have the overheads, and it allows me to put the money back into the cars, and that's why. But I don't expect you to believe that either. But what you should do is go and have a look at our Facebook reviews, and you'll see the vast majority of our buyers are more than delighted with their car because of the work we put into preparing the cars. So with that, we have buyers, they come from way up north, like up Cairns, way out west. They catch the train down, they catch the plane to Brisbane, they catch the train to our location here, and then they drive their car off. If we don't prepare the cars properly and they fall apart on their way home, they don't get on Facebook and write good reviews. So that's why I'm proud of the level of all of the cars that I prepare. Although I muck around in these videos, what I don't compromise on is the quality and the standard that the cars are prepared to before they leave the yard. And that's reflected in our Facebook reviews. The link is included on this page, so go and have a look and see what the crowd says about working with us. So because of the work we put into the cars, all the prices are fixed. If you turn around and go, hey Dean, are you negotiable? I'll be like, yes, I'm negotiable, but why would you want to pay more? So I do that because I can't take out what we put into those cars, and frankly, I don't want to. If the cars don't meet the standard, or they can't easily be brought up to that standard, I launch them off through an auction. And that's why you shouldn't buy cars from auctions, because that's where blokes like me dump our garbage. Okay, so this car has been through all the inspection and is come up properly and is prepared properly. So therefore I have nowhere to move on the price. The prices are already good anyway, otherwise you wouldn't have clicked on and got this video. So the prices are all fixed. And the last thing I want to tell you, before I tell you what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised, is that we need to make appointments to come out. Now, we are not your typical yard, like I said before. We're not equipped for people just to roll up and walk out. You're more than welcome to come and check the cars out and take them for a spin. I've got no trouble with that. But you just need to let us know when you're coming. We've got a couple of guard dogs that roam around here, and we put those away when people are coming, and that way no one gets bit. Everyone's happy. So if you let us know when you're coming, we'll put the dogs away, we'll open up the gates, and we can show you the car, and you can have a look over that and any others that might work for you, whatever you want. So please make an appointment before you come out. So what comes with the car for the price you see it advertised for? Good question, and I'm glad that you asked. So firstly, it comes with either 6 months Queensland rego, or the rego that you see, like the date. Have a look in the text above. It'll tell you the expiry date, or 6 months, whichever one it is. If you're an interstate buyer, give us a call. We'll tell you how that works for you. We are a large dealer with Queensland Transport. What that means is we have the number plates on site, we have all the paperwork, all the forms, all that stuff, so you don't even need to go into the government department and get sneezed on by all the grubs. We do all that for you. Aren't we good? So all you got to do is fill out some forms, we stick the number plates on, we do all the paperwork for you, drive away, nothing else to do. All that's included in the price you see. So all your stamp duties, transfer fee, government rip you off fee, all included in the price. The next thing is when the cars go through mechanical, one of the things we do is a fresh service. So your vehicle has been freshly serviced, and you will not need to do any scheduled maintenance for the next 10,000 Ks or 6 months, whichever comes first. It's got guaranteed no money owing, guaranteed not stolen, guaranteed never written off. I'll show you all that on the paperwork when you come on down. And it's also got a current roadworthy certificate. So we have the independent inspector, he's got a license from the Queensland government, and he's the one who says this car is in a roadworthy condition. So we've brought the car up to that standard as well, so it comes with the roadworthy. The car also, get this one, it has guaranteed no defects. So when I'm selling a car like this one, if I make this guarantee to you, you'd want to make sure I'm onto it, because if not, I'm going to back it with this guarantee. So it's got guaranteed no defects. A defect is when the car doesn't do, or a part of it doesn't do what it's meant to do. For example, if you go to wind down a window and the window doesn't wind down, or it sort of half winds down, that's a friggin' defect. But if you've got like a tear in a seat or a noise, that's not a defect, because a seat with a tear in it still does what it's meant to do. Okay, so I'm guaranteeing that this car has no defects, and I also hold that guarantee for the next 5,000 Ks in 3 months. So if it does incur a defect, and there are some exclusions to it, let me show you all that on the paperwork anyway, then those issues become my problem and not your problem. So yes, we do trade-ins, and if you need help with your finance, there is a link up the top of this page that says no deposit finance. You can put your details in there and our finance guy will come back and he'll give you a quote on exactly how much it will cost you per week to drive away in this fine automobile. Well, I'm Dean. Thanks for watching this video. If there's anything I haven't covered, feel free to give us a call, drop us a text, or whatever you want to do. We can take payment by cash, by credit card, by internet transfer, bank check, however you want to do it. Best off if we do internet transfer. That one works best for us. But however you want to do it, it's entirely up to you. Well, I'm Dean. Thanks for watching the video. If there's anything I haven't covered, feel free to give us a call, drop us a text, and I look forward to meeting you soon. See ya.